pass through the pipes. I think if you use petroleum or crude oil or something, you get even more power, you know, more oomph. But 30 dupes, that's a lot of dupes. I don't think I'd be tempted to go up to so many dupes at the minute because we don't really know what the impact of all the critters is, you know, late game. Like if you've got 30 dupes plus 60 critters, that's a lot of shit going on in your base. That's a lot of shit going on. Okay, let's just do a quick unpause. Let's try... Why the fuck can't I analyse this? I don't understand. Now this one's gone as well. Oh, there we go. Lyra's done this one again. Can she still reach this one? Have I done something stupid? Yeah, she can still get there. Very strange indeed. Okay, how are our slicksters going on? Have we got happy slicksters yet? Groom, tame, happy. Reproduction 36. 26, okay. We're getting there. So, I need to make these a vacuum as ever, before I do anything else. So, I might just use the same vent, just for ease. And then this one, just slap a vent there for now. How much CO2 we got here? We've got quite a bit of CO2 built up from our coal gens, which is pretty nice. Temperature wise, yeah, we seem to be doing okay. My Weezeworts will only kick on if they're above 45 anyway, so I think we're basically just keeping everything pretty nice in here. Weirdly, I noticed a little bug. I don't know if this is a bug or whether this is just how temperature works now. So I've got a hydrogen-filled Weezewort room down here, haven't I? And it's at like -60. It's really cold. It's solidified the CO2 that we've got in the room. Now, because I've used a heavy watt joint plate here, I'm radiating some of the temperature into this room. But look at how the temperature spreads out now. It spreads out in like a flat band. So they've made it so, you know, obviously the temperature was quite aggressive in that heat rose really quickly, cold fell really sharply. Well, now we've got like this super cold bit at the bottom where my pump is, and I don't think it's ever going to heat up. I think maybe I should slap in a few temp shift plates or something. So I'm tempted to do that. I might actually do that now. Because I think otherwise my pump is always going to be super cold, which is a problem when it comes to feeding my slicksters. I'd rather this heat be dissipated into the room. So let's do that. We've got temp shift plates between the rest of these gens. So let's do this. And hopefully that will fix it. At least critters only have random pathfinding, they don't have jobs as much as dupes, etc. No, but there's a lot of calculations that go on with critters that you might not think about. So for example, the calories are constantly changing, their incubation period, their scale growth, their, you know, all these different things are changing. It's just more entities that are doing calculations in the game. And that can't be good on the old PC, I don't think. I could be talking absolute shit, but to me it seems like critters will add quite a bit of additional load to the game, additional processing. But maybe they don't. Maybe they've done it in a way that they just don't at all. I could be talking absolute waffle bollocks. I don't really know. But I don't really want to try it on stream base, to be honest, because otherwise we end up with a base that has to be abandoned, which I'd like to avoid. Right. Okay. I think I'm going to change this back to how it was before. Just for now, until I can put a better, until I actually care about this gas up here. I'm going to replace this and forget that this pipe exists for a minute. So, let's get rid of all this. And let's get rid of this filter. Because I don't want it. And then let's hook this up here. And why am I using igneous rock? What the fuck? Oh, when you save and load, it puts it back into default material, doesn't it? That's a little bit annoying. Okay. So we'll get that sealed up. I'm going to pump this out just in case. I think it's probably mostly CO2 in here anyway. Let's just check. Oh Maya, thank you very much for the follow. And again, welcome to the stream. Any questions you've got, genuinely feel free to ask. Actually, it's all CO2. Yeah, any questions you've got at all, just ask away. Well, considering that's all CO2, and this is all CO2, I'm going to redo this pipe now. I'm not happy with this at all. Redo that. Yeah, we'll feed this back into this room. We'll leave this as it is now, and we'll get this deconstructed. In fact, we'll get rid of all these pipes. Don't think we need any of that anymore. And we'll get rid of this vent as well. Now then, once this is done, we'll seal this back up. I'm hoping this will help us with our temperature transference a bit more. I'm hoping. Because I don't want it to be super cold down here. I'd rather it be spread to all my other stuff. I might need to get in here and put a couple on this level as well. I think we'll do that just to be safe. So we're going to get a few more of these temp shift plates and just slap them like this. Cool. Just check this is all swept out. Beautiful. Let's get this sealed up. And then, let's see. Yeah, you can just be pumped out to there. Fuck it. You've got 20 for starters, they'll probably expand later. You want to have oxygen ready if you need it. Notice that polluted ice never changes heat after being digging up. Really, Jax? Oh, that is interesting. I didn't know that. I did not know that. Fat memes for you, sir. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the stream, mate. How's it going? So far, this broski, I found my 2 starting cool steam vents, giving 1.97, 1.47. 1 water geyser. Polluted water vent. 2 slush geysers. Jesus. You've got a lot of liquid water. A lot of liquid water, Jesus. You've got a lot of water. Sure I will have. Cool, mate. Cool, cool, cool. Ah, we've got our first little babby. And I think I'm going to hatch it. I think we're going to incubate it down here, because I don't really care about the temperature. And actually, the temperature will help me a little bit. So, fuck it. Yeah, let's just do this. And the only thing is, will I have the same problem I have with my puffs? Or will it be fine because I'm incubating in carbon dioxide? Carbon dioxide is sterile, so it should be fine, I would have thought. We'll see. Now what I'm going to do... Is this all done now? Just waiting on one last bit. Hopefully this is now going to cool off a little bit. It will warm this room up as well, but I think that's fine, honestly. Eggs incubate and don't rot, so it should be fine. No, we had puffs that rotted, Blue. We had puffs that rotted in the incubator. Because we were incubating them in polluted oxygen. It happened in our last playthrough. It made me very sad. Very sad indeed. How are we getting on with these? That one's nearly done. Yeah, this one's going again now. That's weird that we have to do a save and load for that. It's very strange. This one's nearly hatched, which is cool. We'll get our shine bugs back. Was that in the old playthrough? Yeah, it was in the last playthrough, before the Rancher Mark 2. I'm sure that you know if you put the slickster in hot air, you'll get the red one. Yeah, I do in my yeah. This is just for getting eggs for now, because we've only found like 3 slicksters. One of them turned into a long hair slickster that's up here in the base, and then we've got 2 more down here that we're sort of gonna have to just grow. And I want some slicksters going for now because we've got quite a CO2 build-up happening. So I want to get a room here for slicksters, and then I'll do a couple of other rooms for the molten slicksters, but I'm going to have to warm them up potentially to get it going. I don't have to put another one in. Another incubator. They do take quite a bit of power. We've got idle dupes, which is always good, so let's crack on getting some more of this stuff done as well. So we'll get you built. You just need to be... bottle emptied. We're going to need some more ladders in here as well, aren't we? Annoyingly. Just get all this dug out. Get all that done. Oh shit, I put my bottle empty in the wrong way around. Fuck's sake. Ah. Okay, that goes there. That go there. Right, this is now done. So, active if above. Hello? 20,000. This is for natural gas now. No, this one was going to be for natural gas, wasn't it? Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, this one was going to be for natural gas. Derp. Right, so this does need to be emptied. Son of a bitch. And this one's going to be for carbon dioxide. Okay. Just let the eggs incubate naturally instead of using an incubator. It takes longer, but it's energy free. I've got the energy, mate. I've got the power. Why not? I want my slicksters up and running. So it seems daft to wait. Again, I'm doing my usual thing of trying to do like 20 different jobs at once, which always bites me in the ass. But that's what I want to do. So let's see here. I can get rid of all this stuff now. This is to remind me what I was doing here. I'm going to want some space here for exosuits. But then the rest of this I'm going to square off, I think. And then this is going to be my fert synth room. And then this will be a natural gas room over here, I think. I need to figure out how I'm going to route this wire. Probably leave it in the room, in fairness. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. I just want to keep an eye on this so I don't turn my power off for too long. That should be okay. I'll probably need to do the same thing here as well. Right, how's this doing? That's all finished. Sorry if I'm pausing it a lot, guys, but I'm starting to get quite a bit of input lag, so I just want to do things a bit quicker. Just don't store them in fridges. It doesn't matter, it doesn't change the incubation rate. Storing them in fridges or just leaving them out on the floor, it doesn't matter. It's the same rate. Why are you out of power? What's happened here? Oh, it's probably... we have actually run out of power. Brilliant. I need this done now. Come on. Please, before we piss away all of our coal. Yeah, but if you store all your eggs in fridges, they all hatch, and you can end up with a heck of a lot of critters accidentally. That's how I end up with like 50. Yeah, I know that, mate. I know that. But there's no better way to store them than in fridges. The ones in my slickster pens, I want to try and get some slicksters going now. Until we get this built, I've got no power at all. There we go. There we go. Got liquid CO2 in here, which is a little bit annoying, but can't really do much about that at the minute. Okay, so right. Let's get our bottle empties in here as well. I know, the only thing is I've done the same thing I always do. We can't do this like this. It needs to be done slightly differently. If we say this one's going to be for petroleum, our vent needs to be on the ceiling. Yeah, our vent needs to be on the ceiling. So I've done this one slightly wrong. But that's fine. We can nip that out. Fucking igneous rock. So that'll be there. I don't know why I'm doing everything on priority 9. I get excited. That's generally what happens. I get excited and then I become full idiot mode. I could have sworn I ticked that off then, but never mind. Right, that's that done. Get rid of you. Somebody's dying. You're dying. That was a mistake. Please get out. Very good. Okay. Fingorn, thank you very much for the follow, buddy. Welcome to the stream. How the devil goes it? Are you okay? I hope you're okay. I'm struggling. What have I missed in chat? Sorry. Lifegrow, hope you're well. Why do you not use conductive heavy watt plate? Because I don't need to. I'm not using conductive heavy watt wire. There's no reason to use the plate, really. Why would I want to use it, Lurkin? Explain. Crude oil. Wait, no. I'm being an idiot. I'm being an idiot. Wait, give me a minute. Okay. So what does the long-haired slickster do other than eat oxygen? Just decor. That's all it does, Blue. Just decor. It looks like so cool, man. Exactly. Count the vent at the bottom and use crude oil since it's denser. Yeah, sorry, I was mixed up in what I was saying before. It's the other way around. I can do a petroleum tank, no problem. But I can't do a crude oil tank in the same way. So we'll just flip it around, it's fine. So the only thing is I don't have access to any petroleum. Any liquid I can use in here. Yeah, we'll flip this around, this will be fine. We'll do this one as petroleum and we'll drop some crude oil in here. And then this one we'll do as our oil tank and we'll have to get some surface oil. It'll be fine. Are you going to be able to reach that? Oh. Yeah, nice. So we'll get one more bottle of oil in there. This looks fine. We want to get all this crap swept out ultimately. I'll need some automation on this as well. So let's do that. This is sort of a lot of fanning about, but it is sort of going to set us up for all of our storage for the future. And once it's done, we'll be in a much better position as well, which is always good. Go, go, go. I'm probably not going to be able to reach all this stuff, so I might just knock out a couple of the ceiling tiles for now, rather than slapping a load more ladders in. That'll do for oil in there. And we'll get you deconstructed. Cool. Let's just go check all of our stables whilst I think on. Yeah, I've got 9 in here again. Why have we got 9 critters in here? How have we got 9 critters in here? How did this happen? Do we have an egg in here? How did we get another hatch? I don't understand. This is on priority 9. Hatchling. Very strange. And our Drecos? Got 8 in there. 8 in there. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. MK2 special, I believe even has a priority 9 emote. What do you mean? It's kind of weird this game as liquid CO2 is solid CO2 sublimated to gas IRL at normal pressure. Well, they are very close on temperature ranges, but yeah, as regards to pressure, it doesn't really exist in the game, does it? Not really. Like pressure and thermal qualities applying, if you know what I mean. Right, let's start thinking about what I'm going to do here. Please, will you go away? Please, please, please. Please, please, please. Okay. Trying to reduce heat, haven't got much time to play it, read forums, struggling to find a build to reduce heat, can't go and get an aqua tune, it's called Liquid. Tried to copy one of your builds, but must have done something wrong. It depends on the build, Lurkin. Check, when you look at any of the builds on YouTube, check the comments, like the description. I'll always update the description of a video if it's been fixed by like a hotfix or something. So just check, it might have been one of the builds that's just been killed by a change. If that's the case, there's not much I can do to help you really, mate. I've not done much tinkering with the aqua tuners myself now, but I think you just basically need to do some sort of fixed temperature output to really make aqua tuners work at the moment. That is sort of cycling water through an aqua tuner until it gets the temperature you want and using that for your cooling purpose, whilst you've got a separate pool of water that your aqua tuner is sat in. Once that pool of water gets to a certain temperature, pass it through something. So yeah. Okay. I want this guy to leave. He's been a jerk. Have these been analysed now? Oh, for fuck's sake. Right, well this natural gas geyser is shit. What about this one? Neither of them are particularly good. Let's get these sealed up now. And let's start collecting their gas. Oh, in fact, let's do this with a 7. Jack the Ripper, thank you very much for the follow, buddy. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? I don't know if I want to run this pipe at all. Can't quite decide. Fuck, it's a big old mess of piping down here. Oh shit. Actually, I might do this the other way around. Let's cancel you. Cancel! Do that. Can at least start collecting this tiny bit of gas for now. I need to get some power in there, obviously, but for now, that'll be fine. Then this pipe will need to go to here. Which I think means something like that. Cool. Alright, that'll do it. Alright, I'll get this done first. We'll get this finished. And then I'll start looking at finishing this room properly and getting this room sorted. Baby's falling asleep watching again. Thank you, Life. You're a star. Nice, Prior. I'm glad to be of service, mate. I'm glad my dulcet, boring tones will do something to a child. Put them to sleep. Very good. It's glad to know I've got a purpose. Thanks. I'm just going to have to frost carrot it. Fair enough. Yeah, we did do in the last playthrough. I did show a build that was basically fixed output. So let me just quickly throw something together to show you. If you had something like this, this is a very square tank, as you can see. Okay, and if you had something like a aquatuner on this side, what we're looking at, got an aquatuner down here that's in a pool of liquid. Okay, and then you need a pump, and then you would have your aquatuner. Let's see, so you would have a pump in here that would go into your aquatuner, and then your aquatuner output would come into here as well. Okay. Am I doing this right? It's a while since I've done this. Okay. And then separate to this, you'd have this pump connected to a water sieve. Okay. And all this water sieve is for... So what you've basically got, you've got a pool of liquid in here and a pool of liquid in here. This aquatuner is going to cool the liquid that comes through it and just cool the liquid in this chamber, okay? Meanwhile, the liquid that's in this chamber will get hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter. So this pump here would be set on like a thermosensor and would basically redirect the liquid that's in here to something like a water sieve. Where are we looking? Refinement? A water sieve, okay? Your water sieve could then be used to cycle the crazy hot 90-degree water, or whatever temperature it is that you choose to pump it out to, out of the build, and then cycle it back in, okay? So what you're basically doing, you're cooling water for over here, like whether that be cooling oil or whatever, you're cooling a pool of liquid over here, that's just a separate pool, doesn't have to be connected, just a separate pool. But the heat that's locally being generated by your aquatuner gets processed by something like a water sieve that then takes that water, brings it out at 40 degrees water and cycles it back through. The only problem with this is you're dealing with a polluted water and clean water build. Okay, now somebody posted something on the Clay forums a couple of days ago about polluted water. You used to be able to pump pure water into a tank of polluted water and make it polluted water. So if you pumped clean water through a vent that was surrounded by polluted water, it would turn into polluted water, right? That's been fixed. Doesn't exist anymore, it doesn't work. But what you can do is drop a piece of polluted dirt on top of your vent, and apparently that will change it into polluted water, which I think is a great little fix. So you'd have to have something like, instead of having a vent just sat in the water, you'd have to have something like, I don't know, maybe... You'd have something like this. So there's your vent. Here is a mesh tile, and you'd have a piece of polluted water there. You could